Welcome to another edition of Manitoba Music Makers. I'm your host, Frank McGwire. Thanks for tuning in and checking out another look at another great local musician, a roots musician. He's been playing guitar since the age of 7. He's got some great stories to tell. He's got a new album to talk about, and we'll hear a couple of tracks live off the floor here in studio. Please join me in welcoming Mitchell Makoons to the WCG studios of Manitoba Music Makers. Mitch, thanks for making the time and coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Wonderful. I heard the new song, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Thanks.
Courage is the song. The name of the album, Lady Boots. I'm going to hit you with that right off the bat. Maybe do a two-part question.
Sure.
Courage, kind of a self-explanatory message in the song.
Yeah.
But Lady Boots, the name of the album.
Yeah.
Why did you call it that?
Kind of a good story.
Okay. I like good stories.
I'm a small human. I'm about 5'4" on a bad day, and I couldn't find cowboy boots that fit me.
Okay.
And I really wanted some. And then I was at Canada West, the boot manufacturer in Winnipeg, and the people there just suggested that I try some ladies' boots.
Right.
So I tried a lady size 9, and it fit me perfectly. So then I went to a party wearing my lady boots, and then the other cowboys there started making fun of me and calling me Lady Boots. I was like, that's a good nickname. I actually like that name a lot. So
Really?
yeah.
Hey, Lady Boots.
Yeah.
And you said, I'll show you guys one day. I'm going to call an album Lady
Yeah.
Boots. Yeah. We're going to flip it right around on you.
Yeah.
Love it. I like what you did there. You kind of made lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So you've been playing since 7, Mitch.
Yeah.
Was guitar your first instrument?
I briefly tried the fiddle,
Okay.
but I have an older brother, and he's good at everything. And he learned so much faster than me, and I just kind of got frustrated. So he would take fiddle lessons with my grandpa, and then I would take guitar lessons with my grandma. We'd learn the same song, and then we'd come together and make a little band, him and I. So
nice.
I'd chord for him.
Right, yeah. So I read, now that was the Métis genre of music, so
Yeah.
a rootsy blend of
Yeah.
tunes and more fiddle-based, obviously. So you kind of cut your teeth on that stuff, and I do hear tinges of that still in your new stuff that you're making today. You're going to be playing some new stuff here on the show today, which is going to be a treat. And that's what we like to do here on Manitoba Music Makers. You get music and you get words in the background of the songs that our musical creators come up with. And that's what we like to encapsulate in Manitoba Music Makers each and every time we roll the camera. So Mitchell, let's talk about, this is obviously your favorite genre of music. You were kind of born and raised on it. Influences outside of that, outside of your family members?
Like Alan Jackson was the first one.
Okay.
Like my first musical memory is listening to Mercury Blues in the back seat of the car.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just asked my parents, what is this? What's on the radio right now? Because I was just, I love that song so much. And I still love it. Yeah.
That is a great tune. I like it. Very punchy country tune, that one.
Yeah. And now it's like a lot of Chris Stapleton, this guy named Jade Eagleson. He's a new Canadian guy. I've really been liking like the neo-traditional country stuff, real instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So singing or guitar, what do you like most in the forefront with your songs? I mean, do you think you're better at playing that guitar, as I point and the camera guy, can we get a shot at me playing that? Or the voice?
I must be a better singer because I hire guitar players better than me to play in the band, you know?
There you go. Yeah.
So like, I think if I was
Don't sell yourself short. No, how many times have you heard that? I'm kidding. I saw a video of you, it was a few years ago, it was on YouTube. You were playing, it was a live show, decent-sized crowd, outdoor gig. I don't know the name of the song, but I was really impressed by the guitar arrangement and how proficient you were with that. I wish I could remember the song so Travis back in the studio could pull it up and we could at least have a snippet of it here. If it comes to me during our convo, we'll pull it up and get it on, because I was blown away by it. And you actually, the crowd too was very impressed because it was more, the guitar was at the forefront of the number I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the chops, man. Don't sell yourself short.
I think it was probably Rib Fest in Winnipeg.
Okay.
We did, like before I did the Mitchell Makoons thing, I did the Mitchell Mosden thing, and that was a blues trio. I mostly did blues music. And like It's a trio, so I was the only guitarist, so I had to really work on it.
You had to get your chops down.
Yeah.
So what I was going to ask you about, you mentioned the Mosden thing.
Yeah.
You changed the name. There's a story there as well. From Mosden to Makoons, why?
Yeah. So I made 5 EPs under Mitchell Makoons, and I've also just been making music like that, like under that name for a long time. Like I made a bunch of EPs that I didn't release because I was like 11 years old. That's probably when I made the first one. And it was just kind of like a branding shift and stuff. Like I was going to talk about more Indigenous culture and like do some Métis influences. And Makoons means little bear in Ojibwe, and my spirit name is Standing Strong Black Bear. So Standing Strong Black Bear, I'm 5'4", little bear, you know? So I felt right.
Gotcha. Well, that's a great story, and that comes through in the songs too, right? And that all blends in with your influences and kind of serves your outlet with how you're getting your message across with your music. So
Thanks.
it works hand in hand, and you do it well. So good
Thanks.
on you, as
Thanks.
they say. Yeah. Let's get into a song right now. What's the first one you're going to perform for us on Manitoba Music Makers, Mitch?
Cold Coffee.
Cold Coffee?
Yes, that was my first, the first single that caught the Spotify algorithm, and that was wild. I just woke up.
So, okay, explain that. Now, your reaction to that.
Yeah.
When something catches an algorithm, of course, we're talking analytics here, you're
Yeah.
thinking, okay, more people are paying attention to this.
Yeah.
Right? You must have been stoked to get that information.
Yeah, it was, like I hired this PR company called Artour Research, and it was just recommended to me by one of my mentors to actually hire a PR company. So I tried it.
Yeah.
And then like the first 2 weeks, it was like, okay, like, you know, we hit 1,000 streams after, and that's like a thing on Spotify. Once you hit 1,000 streams, then the app tells you how many streams are on there. Not like YouTube where you can always see it. Yeah, so I hit 1,000 streams, and I was pretty stoked about that. And then all of a sudden, like through all the press articles and all the playlists, they got picked up onto the algorithm. And then I just woke up one morning with like 3,000 more streams. And it was Christmas.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so when you're listening to an album or something, after the album's done, Spotify will keep playing music. And then part of their algorithm is like music similar that they think you'll like. And that's where my music got added to. So maybe at the end of your favorite album, then they put one of my tunes.
So this track, Cold Coffee, is off the album Lady Boots.
Yeah.
Available through CD Baby. They just keep popping out those CDs. Hence CD Baby. So anything more you want to tell the folks about the song before you pick up your guitar here and play it for us, Mitch?
Well, the song is just really about my time at Brandon University.
Okay.
I had a tough time there, not gonna lie. It just, yeah, it's just really isolating to do all that practicing, and I didn't realize I needed glasses until like my 3rd year of university. So like reading was just like a little bit challenging to do all the readings. Yeah, but like the group of friends that I have is amazing. So I had started writing tunes about them, and like I wanted to do like a kind of a song honoring them or whatever. And I just kept on writing like half a tune, and then I just put 2 halves together, and then we made the song.
There you go. So this is kind of an homage to your some of your classmates at BU, and Cold Coffee is the title. What's your best experience with that drink?
Oh my gosh, the
I like hot coffee.
And the Vietnamese at Forbidden Flavors, that's the one.
I've been in Toronto, and we were looking for a place to have a drink after a Stones concert, 2003, me and some buddies. And we went in a neighborhood, and we couldn't find a place that was open. And we bumped into these guys. It was downtown Toronto somewhere, and the guy says to me, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Manitoba." "Oh yeah, what are you guys looking for?" "Well, we want to have a pop or two, eh?" There's nothing open. He says, "Just go to that, there's a coffee shop there, ask for cold tea."
Oh.
And I hope no one gets in trouble with this, but they pour it's beer in a teacup. So I know cold tea, so maybe cold coffee somehow is linked somehow. Or
someone out there is doing it.
Someone's referring to that as cold coffee, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I shared my story, you shared yours. Now let's take it up another level, and you share the song with us. Here's Mitchell Makoons. This is Cold Coffee, live off the floor on Manitoba Music Makers.
I don't like cold coffee too much. Only drink it when I'm angry or I'm sad. Come to think of it, love it more than I thought I had. I think I like cold coffee too much. Can't get through without my friends. They remind me that today's not the end. Everybody has those days and they show it in different ways. Can't get through without my friends. When it rains, we'll retreat into our little log cabin. When it snows, foot under the log on the fire, burning desire, that's you and I. When it rains, we'll retreat into our little apartment. When it snows, we won't have a walkway to plow. Here and now, that's you and I. When it rains, we'll retreat into our little country home. When it snows, we're only ones to plow the drive out all night. It's you and I.
That's Cold Coffee. Mitch Makoons, Mitchell Makoons. I call you Mitch, you know. I got a brother,
Yeah.
Mitch, and that's what I call him too. So, but wonderful stuff there. I love what you did with that one. And you know what? We were talking earlier about that song I couldn't think of that you were doing. It was a live performance, just you and your guitar. And just to show how proficient Mitch is with his guitar. This is going to go back a few years, but our guys in the studio did locate the clip. So you ever have those times you're trying to think of a song or an artist and it drives you crazy, you can't think of it, bugs you the whole day? Well, it only took me about 10 minutes and we've located it. Travis, if you could roll that right now, and Mitchell, you can describe this before we get into it.
Sure.
This is your Manitoba Festival of the Arts?
So it's the Manitoba Showcase.
Showcase, there you go.
You apply to be in this program, and if you get accepted, you play in front of a bunch of industry people and talent buyers. So this one was right before COVID. So I played, it was in Gimli. I played a little showcase, it was only 15 minutes. You kind of just put your best all in this 15 minutes, and then if people like you, then they bring you to their festivals or they hire you for their corporate events, that kind of thing.
Great.
Yeah.
On that note, let's push play on this puppy. I love this one. What's the name of the song, quick, Mitchell?
7 Generation Genocide.
7 Generation Genocide. Check it out on Manitoba Music Makers.
This first song is a tribute to all the residential and day school survivors, and how I'm just happy to be in a time where we're going through some reconciliation. Everywhere I live, I'm getting down, it feels like it's so wrong. Every time I wanna go out, I'm thinking all alone. Who am I to stand on the same field, smoking a little more? inside me is pain.
That stood out to me, and I
That's
thought, man, that guy's that's a pretty cool tune.
Cool.
There's talent there, and you played that in front of some industry people. This would have
Yeah.
been 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
pre-COVID. You see what you did to that crowd there?
Yeah.
I like the off-time pentatonic scale thing you were doing there with that riff. So that's what stood out to me, and that's 5 years later. I remember it, right?
That's nice.
So I thought I would include it in our little Q&A session here.
Yeah,
So what more can you tell us about that, Mitchell?
About that experience? Well,
Sure, yeah.
Well, I got a lot of gigs booked from that.
Did you?
They all got canceled.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, because COVID.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Jeez.
COVID was a really good time to do the rebrand, you know? Like, I had that showcase, then I did a showcase in Ontario, and I was talking to like a booking agent in the States and a few folks from Australia and like the UK and stuff like that, and it was going really well.
Yeah.
And then in 2 weekends, I lost like 56 gigs. It was just email after email, like, we're so sorry. And then, and so I just kind of, I don't know, just started from scratch with a new project.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So since then, you've obviously recovered. You're
Yeah.
standing tall and proud and doing.
I can
your
afford
thing.
ponytails.
You can, yeah. Well, you let it out there on
Yeah.
the video. That's good. Letting it all out. I like
Yeah.
it. It's great. Well, so you know what? Onward and upward, though, right?
Yeah,
Like it
totally.
was an experience for all of us. The best way out is through, and we got through it. Took some doing, but we made it through, and I guess people changed a little bit, hopefully for the better in most cases.
Yeah.
How do you think it changed your music going through the pandemic and the rebrand and everything else?
Yeah. I had huge dreams of being like a side person, like playing bass for somebody. Like I went to Brandon University for bass,
Okay.
and then I really just thought that was like my career, you know, gonna be playing bass for somebody. But I don't know, like since I was just spending so much time alone, just wrote more music that I liked, you know, and more music that I wanted to perform. And instead of like just making these EPs to pass the time, I started like investing in myself a little bit more and thinking that I could actually do it by myself. Yeah.
Excellent. You have an agency or a management behind you, or were to a point where you self-managed or
Yeah.
kind of an independent artist?
I do like per hire contracts.
Okay.
So if I need like a tour booked, then I'll hire a tour agent just for that tour,
Yeah.
or a booking agent, I mean. Yeah.
How many shows did you do last year?
Oh, 83.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a good year.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, people are nice to us. We had the we had a video go viral, and then all of a sudden a bunch of festivals like started picking us up.
Wow. How
Yeah.
many videos do you have on? If people want to kind of go down the old Mitchell Makoons rabbit hole on YouTube, what are they gonna find?
I think there's 10 or so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good work.
I've like tried to do the TikTok thing, but
Yeah, it's.
I get so anxious when I have my phone in front of my face. I don't want to talk to my phone.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what? I came on the drive here to the studio. I got an idea for the Sparks TikTok account, and maybe you'll indulge me. I'll tell you about it when we're done the segment
Sure.
here, and we can do something in the control room or whatever. Well, I'm going to keep it as a surprise. So if you're watching this, you got to go to the Sparks TikTok channel, and Mitch and I will be doing something. It'll be creative. It'll be fun. You'll like it. I don't even know which camera I'm looking into here. Is it that one? This one? Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about more music, and let's
Sure.
talk about a track that actually we just added this week on the Spark. I really, really dig it. It's like a 3-minute ditty. It's called Courage.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit? It's about off the Lady Boots album.
Yep.
Just fresh too. It just came out recently, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Take
Yeah.
it away.
This is the song I was most excited for on this
Okay.
album. Yeah, so like, I guess it all ties in with COVID. That's been my life. You know, it's been everyone's life.
Been everyone, yeah.
But you know, there was lots of big changes. I wasn't gigging anymore, and then I decided to move out to my grandparents' place for a few months. And it's just so many huge changes, and I kind of felt super defeated. And then I was just sitting on my mom's porch, and then there's like little robins just enjoying their day. And I was like, well, they're enjoying their day. Why can't I enjoy mine? Like, they're not scared of this
Yeah.
disease or whatever. Even when there's bird flu, they're not scared of it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I just got to keep living and doing the things. Yeah.
So you carried
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this one, it was actually mixed by Lainey Wilson and Brad Paisley's mixing engineer, Reed Shippen. And that was kind of a big thing for me. Like, I had a little bit of radio success, so I had a little bit more money to pay someone that's worked with my favorite people. And
Yeah, well, I see here on your bio you had a hit and some EPs, and then also Still My Father's Son peaked at number 5.
yeah.
And you were nominated for 3 Manitoba Country Music Awards in 2022. So
Yeah.
you done well.
It's
That's
going
good.
well. Yeah.
Good for you. So Courage is kind of stemmed from that moment that you were at your grandparents, and that helped inspire you. Pick up your guitar and write what we're about to hear now in its entirety. But just you, live off the floor.
Yeah.
Mitchell Makoons here on Manitoba Music Makers. This song is called Courage. Check it out.
As the robins sing, all I can think about is money. If I'm gonna make it, if I should even try to find my way, navigate the water. Time is in question, I need help. Creator, give me courage, 'cause I'm scared as hell. Everything keeps changing, I'm unsure of myself. Don't know where I'm going, but I know just what to find. Looking for a little peace of mind. As the moonlight rises on disappearing days, I wonder if the red road will let me take a break from these chains. I'm too young to be helpless, scared of being selfish and treating you that way. Creator, give me courage, 'cause I'm scared as hell. Everything keeps changing, I'm unsure of myself. Don't know where I'm going, but I know just what to find. Looking for a little peace of mind. A little peace of mind. Creator, give me courage, 'cause I'm scared as hell. Everything keeps changing, I'm unsure of myself. Don't know where I'm going, but I know just what to find. Looking for a little peace of mind. A little peace of mind. A little peace of mind.
Courage. That's Mitchell Makoons to my left, your right, and that was a treat. That is, you can hear that now on sparkwebradio.com. It has just been added in our local music file, and we'd like to thank the 40 for sponsoring that and making it possible for more and more people to hear Manitoba-made tunes. sparkwebradio.com. Check it out, dig it, enjoy Mitchell Makoons and everybody else that's in there. We got about, I would say there's about 40 local tunes in there now, and they just keep coming.
Nice.
So yeah, we like to give a little bit of promo to our homegrown talent, as it were. So let's talk about what's coming up. You've got, now first of all, let's talk a little bit more about Lady Boots, because it just came out recently. Where can people get it to help support Mitchell Makoons?
Well, we're going to make physical copies at the time this comes out. I don't know if they're made yet. But,
okay, so this was like an advanced, because
Yeah.
I got it from your email and then
Yeah.
the YouTube link, so that's
Yeah.
how the Spark got it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so the hard copy's not done yet. So this
Yeah.
is like a big scoop we've got here.
I guess so.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's one more single coming out. It might be out now. I don't know. And then
Depending on this is obviously a tape show, so
Yeah.
whenever this airs, maybe it aligns nicely with that.
yeah, it might.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's one more single, and then we're actually doing 2 kind of ballady tunes, and then we're doing a hand drum song.
Okay.
So that was awesome. Like at Brandon University, there's Indigenous People Center, and they have like a hand drum meeting every week.
Right.
So I used to go to that, and one time I went there, and when you get a hand drum song, it has to be given to you. You don't just listen to it off YouTube and learn it. So everything gets passed like from person to person. So that hand drum song was given to me in one of those circles. And then last summer, I was in another drum circle, and we sang that song as the closer, because it's like a traditional traveling song. So you sing at the end of a ceremony or a get-together to like send people home, and we're going to put it at the end of the album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does each interpretation of that vary, and it just kind of morphs into,
Yeah.
grows into, evolves, as it were, into something new every time out?
Yeah, so they sang it slightly different in Prince Albert, where I was. And I went to talk to the person leading the circle, and I was like, hey, I've recorded this song, and I'm going to put it on my album. And then she said, that's cool. I wrote this song. It was wild. So I just knew it as
So
like
it came
this
around
tradition.
full circle.
Yeah, and I have no idea who that person was. I know them now,
Oh,
but
wow.
I guess in the 70s, a bunch of people from all the nations across Canada got together in Banff and wrote a bunch of like traditional hand drum songs.
Okay.
And like word of mouth, and then I eventually met one of the creators of it.
That's a bit of a mind blower, right?
Yeah,
there,
it was
isn't
wild.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so this episode, I think we're up to 6 now on Manitoba Music Makers. So we're getting it done, as it were, and more are coming. If you want to be on the show, you got a band happening. Maybe your neighbor plays in a band. Maybe somebody in your family, somebody at work, somebody on your team. Whatever the case is, you get the information to us. You can email frank@sparkwebradio.com. That's my email. Send your press kit. Send a bio. Let us know you want to be on the show. We'll give you a little space, a little time, and some fun here on the Manitoba Music Makers stage, or on the set as Mitchell's done today. So we want to hear from you and get you on. Mitchell, I've had such a pleasure chatting with
Nice.
you.
Thanks.
I wish
Me
we
too.
had more time, and because we could talk about music and what you do for hours, I'm sure. Right? Shows coming up quickly before we wrap things up here.
Okay, we have a tour across Western Canada, going to be in August. That's a long time away.
A long time away, but people can
um,
plan. Circle the calendars, the dates on the calendar.
But we have I think Lady Boots is out, I hope it's March 12th. Or April 12th. I think it's April 12th.
Okay,
so
April 12th.
We'll have a release show
Sure.
in Brandon and in Winnipeg. And
Super.
Yeah.
There you go. That's where people can plan to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being on Manitoba Music Makers. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for watching. We'll be back another time, same place, with another great Manitoba artist. Thanks for watching. And if you've enjoyed the show, please tell a friend about it and check out the replays on the Sparks YouTube channel. Take care.